I'm delighted to say I'm joined by the former world champion and the reigning World Matchplay champion, Rob Cross. Thanks for the time, Rob. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Been very busy at home doing a fair bit of work.
Good to hear. Well, the World Matchplay is almost upon us and you're going to go to Milton Keynes this weekend as the defending champion. I just want to start by going back to that week in Blackpool 12 months ago. What memories stick out from your run to the title last year?
Oh, just probably the Darryl Gurney game, to be honest, because I looked down and out, and it's sort of everything seems a bit fade now, I suppose. But yeah, that game there, I just thought he dropped sort of his intensity, and mine just picked up a bit. And but I will say, just sort of the match play itself, being in the Winter Gardens, is just an amazing venue in itself. I've always enjoyed it there, and it's always been good.
Yeah, you touched on that semi-final. I think a lot of people will probably be like you, remembering that game from last year. 14-7, 15-10 down. You come back to win 17-15. And in your interview afterwards, you said that game's going to stay with you forever. I mean, how highly does that win rank for you in your career today?
I think it was just a grind. Sometimes, we can all play good darts and we can always be on the end of big averages and sort of keep going like that, and darts seems easy then, but when things ain't going well and you can grind a result and stuff, I think that's all what matters, and you need that sort of quality in you sometimes to come from behind to win games, and obviously when it does come off, it gives you a tremendous feel and you feel proud of yourself and your confidence goes up, and it really helps you. And
the final was a little bit different. You got off to a hot start, 9 legs in a row to go 9-0 up. You end up winning 18-13, I believe, against Michael Smithy then. How good did it feel to join an elite group of players to have won the PDC World Championship and the World Matchplay as well?
Yeah, sort of at the time you don't really think about it when you're up there, but I think there's only ever been 4 people what's ever done it, so it's tremendous in itself, considering I've only been really playing on the professional circuit. I think it's my 4th year this year. But yeah, just to join them, and they're illustrious. No, obviously you've got Gary Anderson, Phil Taylor, and Michael Van Gerwen, and that's just tremendous, really. It's to be counted in that clan there that you've done it too. So sometimes you still feel like you have to pinch yourself.
Yeah, good company to be in, and that was of course your first big major title since winning the World Championship on your debut. I think that was around 18 months earlier. I mean, some people were saying you're a one-hit wonder, but last year you won the World Matchplay, then you won the European Championship as well. That's not a bad statement to make, is it, to those people?
No, exactly. It's been, as much as I've had my ups and winning the Worlds and everything's fantastic, it's been a massive learning place for me. And at least now I've relaxed a lot more now, and I don't sort of get stressed as much, and it just allows me to be me.
2019 ended in disappointment for you with that early exit of the World Championships, but I suppose it gave you a little longer break to recharge the batteries, assess things from the season just gone. How did you spend that time during the break?
I didn't go on the board at all. I spent a lot of time with the family. I spent a bit of time at home doing some work, and it was wonderful, actually. It was probably the biggest gap what I've had with the family, obviously, since I've been professional darts player, so it was lovely to have that time and stuff. And I will say, obviously, sort of going out of the Worlds early and stuff, that hurt me very much, and it did take me quite a while to get over it, but yeah, now we can only look forward.
And you came back for the new season, start of this year, looking trimmer as well. You spoke about your weight loss that you had during the break. How much did losing the weight help your game, or did it take a little bit of time to readjust after that?
I think it took a bit of time to readjust, but I think now obviously I'm used to it. I'm back playing well again, and I'm always sort of having the time off what we've had lately. I'm looking forward to every tournament now.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a break, hasn't it? We got a few months into the season, then the virus took over, shut everything down. I know it was a hard time for yourself personally, with you had a member of the family pass away due to the COVID-19. Your grandfather, was he an inspiration for your darts as well?
It was fantastic. It was just an inspiration just in life, really. It was a pleasure to have him around, and obviously, that happened, and I lost a massive part of my life. He's always been there for me, with me nan, and I've been very grateful over the years. But yeah, a massive loss. But sort of now you look at it and you think to yourself, right, I'm going to just try and make a positive out of it and do it proud, like I always would try.
Definitely. And you're also busy during the break building a new darts room in your garden. Just talk to us a little bit about what's that like, and how much will it help you having a place outside your house to practice in?
Yeah, so we had the place put up, and then had to do inside, and it's just a little bit different, really. I think because I have to go out there and get away from the house. So obviously I have 3 small children, so it's always get up and go in here. But it's quite nice now just to go out there, get a nice bit of peace and quiet, and do your practice in a nice atmosphere, really, where you can concentrate. And I think that's helped me. I think it's helped me a lot, actually, just to knuckle down and get my practice in and not getting disrupted all the time. So yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, before then, did you have a board inside your house, or did you go somewhere else to practice? What was the setup you had before then?
Used to pop out quite a bit and just have a practice. I always used Sidley Working Men's Club down the road there. I'm always welcome there. So yeah, they always open up, and I always get a board out the back for myself. They're always great. But realistically, I had a board in the house also. But yeah, with my little girl keep running every sort of 5 minutes underneath it, you don't really want to throw them. No. Because obviously scared of it in her.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had the long break from the tour, but last week we saw everyone back in action with the summer series, the 5 ranking events over 5 days, going into the bubble in Milton Keynes. How were you feeling when you arrived at Milton Keynes for the test and then to go into the quarantine?
I think I was more worried about the test personally, having things put down and obviously getting checked in your throat and up your nose. But in general, I think you make it worse because obviously I knew I had to go for it. So you don't panic over it, but you know it's there and you got to do it. So after the test, everything was fine. I have to admit that the tournaments run like clockwork, like normal, and the PDC done very well to obviously set all this up, and I'm very, very grateful just to be back playing darts.
Yeah, and your first game was picked for one of the stream boards, and due to the technical issues you had to wait a little bit longer to then play off camera. I mean, by then you must have been itching to get going again after such a long wait.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously it's been a long time, but it's give me time to sort myself out and do the things what I wanted to get done at home, and I've had some good quality time with the family, and it's been nice, really, I have to admit. But now, sort of, coming to last week, knowing that you was going away, I was raring to get going.
And the highlight of the week has obviously for you got to be Saturday and the run to the final, and in the semi-finals getting the 9-darter against Mensulivic as well. Overall, what did you take away from the week?
I thought I played well here and there. I had, don't get me wrong, my timing was a little bit out here and there. I hit a big shot, I missed a few doubles and stuff, and it was me undoing on a few days. But in general, I played well, I thought. I enjoyed it too, and it was nice to be back. But you always come back and you're always going to have an element of rust, I believe. And it was nice to hit the 9 and a few big averages and stuff. But I definitely look forward now to the match play. I'll be better again. Yeah,
let's talk a little bit about the match play before we let you go. Your first game is going to be on Sunday against Gabriel Clemens, your fellow target player who's continuing to rise up the rankings himself. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, he's a great player, Gabriel. He just gets on with it, really. He's just a gentleman, and he is dangerous, so I will have to be near my best to win that game. I'm looking forward just to getting back up on a stage, really, and just playing up on a stage. I know we're not going to have the crowd there, and it's going to be weird circumstances like that, but like all fellow professionals, you've just got to get on with it. But the excitement to go back and perform and hit big averages, that's the plan.
Yeah, and you spoke earlier about how much you love the Winter Gardens, you love going to Blackpool for the tournament. As we know, it's not going to be there this year. We're not going to have the crowd. Something's going to be similar, I suppose. You've got the same stage as what it would usually be. They're going to put the crowd noise into the venue. How do you feel you're going to cope with those changes?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Obviously, it's just going to be like a Pro Tour, pretty much, just being up on the stage, because the Pro Tours are quiet. So, look, it'll be the same for me, and it'll be the same for everyone else. So, it'll be whoever handles it better will win. But I think it's been so long with the time off now and stuff, and I couldn't really care if we had the fans there or not at the minute. I just want to get back and do your job. So I can't wait just to sort of go in there and start playing.
And lastly, just looking at a little bit further ahead, I think we're due an update on the Premier League this week. You're currently in 8th place before the break, but only 2 points off the top 4. Do you fancy your chances of continuing your run of making the playoffs each year when it starts up again?
Yeah, definitely. The way I'm playing at the minute, I feel happy and stuff, and I know I'm doing better things on the practice board, so if that comes out, I'll definitely qualify. I feel, like I said, I feel in myself, I feel fantastic now. There'd be no excuses, no thingies if I did fail, but I'll go in there with every intention to qualify for the top 4.
Well, Rob, we always appreciate your time. Thanks very much for taking the time out ahead of the beginning of your defence of the World Matchplay, and wish you all the best with how it goes in Milton Keynes.
Thank you very much, and thanks for talking to me.